Hi Taurus, Happy New Year. Here is your January 2023 tarot reading, and I'm going to pull up whatever wants to come through. I've already shuffled to make this go quicker, but I am shuffling in front of you. You've got the World card. And let's see, I'm going to, whatever wants to come through, and then at the end here, I'm going to pull from these two decks here, Aries through Pisces, to see who's coming towards you and what kind of relationship it will be. What Spirit wants you to know. All right, so let's do this. We are moving in with Taurus. We're moving in with you, Taurus. All right, the full moon. I'm traveling, you guys know, so everything's switching up a little bit. I'm trying to do the best I can to make it look good. And I've got find the lesson. Don't forget to read the disclaimers down below and all the information in the description box before you enter tarot. Tarot is not set in stone, and it's not meant to take the place of your own mind. All right, so we got the World card, we got Flower Moon. All right, so this is the time. This is your year, Taurus. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. You're about to celebrate, or this is going to be a year of celebration. Now, I'm looking at January, but January is a new beginning. January is the start of the year. And I do see some fun and some fun times coming in for January. Or it's time for you to have some fun. So it's really a good energy here of things manifesting for you. Huge accomplishment, something you're accomplishing in January. Now, I am going to point out that we see find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning from this situation. We have the World card, and the World card can also represent not only travel coming in for you, but a karmic chapter coming to an end. So there could be a karmic situation or something that you've been holding on to way too long. And it's time now to move into January, knowing the lessons and figuring out why, or not figuring out why. All right, there may have been some trouble in the past, some accusations, you know, and it could have happened around September, you know, and maybe these are things that you are blaming yourself about, or you just don't understand why it happened. And this is where discovering the purpose in the situation, why it was meant to happen, and move forward from it. All right. Something big could be coming in September, could be a big month for you too this coming year, even though we are on January. I'm just, when something comes through, I will share it with you. We have hat. You will be playing a different role in January. So I just got maybe, you know, somebody has a child. You could be an aunt, uncle, grandparent, mother, father. You might be playing a new role at work. You might be stepping up. You might be stepping down. Less responsibilities, more responsibilities. But I definitely do see a different role, one that you're not certain of. The World card, you've accomplished a lot, and it's time for some new things to come in. So it's almost like Spirit's bringing you in something new in January. So get ready for it. This could be job related, hobby related. Could be, you know, maybe you're going golfing for the first time. I don't know. But you have a good luck card horseshoe coming around you. So January is going to be the month of luck and accomplishments, okay? And things manifesting. All right, so we do see a celebration coming in for you. Now let's do tarot and see. I found my dice. Let me roll the dice for you. All right, so I do see Uranus energy, so it's about breaking free, not following the rules. You got Aquarius energy here too, same thing, or Uranus and Aquarius. And we've got house 1. So really this is talking about, Taurus, you taking on some sort of Aquarian energy. All right, maybe you have Aquarius rising or Aquarius in your chart. Maybe you don't. You know, just look up Aquarian energy. Aquarius is all about and being innovative, being inventive, and same thing I said, you're putting on a new hat. You may need to tap into this kind of identity, you know, break free of old traditions. If you're traditional, break free from what you know as norm and try something completely different. The Aquarius energy is all about freedom and not following rules, you know, being different. So you could find yourself in a situation here where you're being called to step up and be the individual, even if that means you're the only one, and you've got to set the stage. All right, so All right, so let's look at Taurus, your challenge. Who's coming towards you? What's coming towards you? What Spirit wants you to know? Anything, and then any messages for Taurus. Oh. All right, well, this card fell out, the Chariot card. All right, so you're being pulled to something bigger, especially the World card showing up with the Chariot card. You might be being called to travel, move. The Chariot card shows a lot of movement in January. So things aren't going to be sitting still. Things might even move fast for you in January. You know, decisions, putting on new hats and new relationships, and maybe going to parties, dating. But I do see that January is not a time for you to be sad. It's like a lot of good things coming in for you. The Chariot card is saying that you know you're being pulled towards something bigger. All right, and where there's a will, there's a way. So there could be a Cancerian around you as well. There could be somebody, a driving force. If somebody, you know, sometimes it takes a person, this lesson, find the lesson. And it could have been somebody in your life who's the driving force, who's pushing you towards the next big stage in your life. And that could have been a person you're dealing with last week, last year, 10 years ago. But there's definitely a driving force that's actually around you or in you, that's pushing you towards not only your higher self and your heart is the driving force, but there's some experience or somebody you know that has either done something or been a part of your life in a very profound way that's pushing you towards something bigger. We have the Page of Wands. We got Aries energy here. So we do see you wanting to have more fun. We do see some fun coming in, maybe a date coming in for you. Pay attention to communication. Pay attention to people around you. Somebody may be trying to get through. The Page of Wands is a creative endeavor. So there is an opportunity here showing up for you to go explore. So this card is asking you to be curious. It does talk about messages coming in. I've got the Six of Cups here. All right, the Six of Cups is your challenge position. So your past, you keep holding on to some things from your past. If you're not, then then don't take the message. But the Six of Cups does say that there's memories from the past, whether they're good or bad, or you compare things to the past. You're always living in the past. You know, you had some good things happen, so you're comparing, or you set expectations in your future to match that. Well, what that's saying is that you might be holding yourself back from experiencing completely new things coming in. All right. You may want to reconcile with somebody. You may want a past person back. You may not want a past person back, but you may be still holding on to grudges from the past that could be holding you back from being curious moving towards the future. All right. So it does show that, you know, either you're reminiscent, holding on to something that happened in the past. If this is around business or accomplishments and you failed, or you feel like you failed in the past, there's no failures. All right. You've learned. It says find the lessons. You had to go through certain things to get to this point. So you may be looking at things in the past, negatively, when you're being asked to look at things positively. You may be looking at relationships too in the past, and you may be comparing them to the relationships in the future. You may be bringing doubt and fears with you as you enter relationships now. Okay, so this is definitely showing up as a challenge position. It's kind of telling you to get out of your head and be in the here and now. All right, the people around you, we've got Seven of Cups. You have a lot of people around you. Right, a lot of options around you, a lot of choices around you. There's going to be a lot of people around you in January. The Seven of Cups, though, does give me that sense of expectations. It's like we can daydream and we can fantasize about the perfect this, the perfect that, but are we being real with ourselves? Are we looking into reality? Are we being 100% honest with ourselves about what we expect from other people, what we want, what we expect from life? Are we following our truth? All right, the Seven of Cups also does ask you to kind of let go and just see where each option goes. Don't take things too seriously. What if, you just see? What if you have so many things going on around you? Why do we have to figure out the end game before we even begun, right? So the Seven of Cups is kind of giving me this curious energy too. Be curious, be open, be ready to receive all these different options that are coming your way, whether it's people, opportunities, jobs, friends, it's just you've got a lot going on in January, Taurus. I like it. Spirit wants you to know the Four of Wands. You're very close to reaching a huge milestone in your life. For some of you, you might be being asked to move. Maybe you've been sitting on thinking about moving different places. I'm really big on moving. I've moved my entire life. It looks like I'm running from the law, or I'm part of the Secret Service, or what's the other one? Where you completely hide your identity, right? It feels like that because I moved so much. But what I've noticed and what that does for me to help you out is the experiences I've had moving from different place to place and adapting to different places. I've learned how to tap into the energies of places and how they make me feel. And it's things as simple as, you can't get to the nearest park to go hiking. You have to drive 2 hours to go hiking. Can really be way heavy on you on the bigger picture. You might be in an area where you're settling to live, but you look around and all the things that you really want to do seem so far away. So you could be in the wrong area. It might be about shifting, moving, selling, buying a home, a huge milestone. Maybe packing up and going across country. Maybe you have family and you're saying you can't. I just was YouTubing Airbnb living, and there's families that are living with their kids and traveling and teaching and homeschooling. So where there's a will, there's a way with the Chariot card. All we ever do is have excuses, all right? And the Four of Wands is showing, stability coming your way, a solid new beginning, joy, happiness, a commitment, all right? The next level in your life, all right? Could be even with a partner, whatever you choose to do, there could be commitment, but you're headed in this direction, all right? What else does Spirit want you to know? You have a lot of mental stress, the Five of Swords, all right? You're fighting yourself, right? Tell yourself to zip it, okay? Worst person, Alan Watts. I always say this. Quit talking to yourself. You're your worst friend to talk to. I don't know. I butchered that, right? But we're never saying nice things to ourselves, right? And we're not always giving ourselves the best advice. But if we were to be talking to somebody else, we'd be giving them the best advice, right? So it's really the Five of Swords is asking you to ground yourself, find some clarity, stop blaming yourself. If you're blaming yourself about past things, stop blaming yourself. Be kind to yourself. Or maybe you're finding yourself blaming other people. That's a possibility too. We can't blame other people. And one day, if you haven't learned that lesson yet, it's a hard one to swallow, right? We're in charge of how we react. We're in charge of ourselves, and we can't keep blaming other people. Our parents didn't raise us a certain way. Our schools sucked. We didn't have money. I don't have these things, these qualities. It's our head. It's our mindset. So Spirit is asking you to focus on that and clearing your head. We've got the Death card. All right. The Death card is asking for change. It's time for change in your life, Taurus. And in this read, it seems like there's some major change because we have the World card, which is showing up as like you've accomplished so much. Like you're the type that sets out for something and you accomplish it with no doubt. You have a lot of luck around you coming in January. So you have an opportunity coming in to go for this. Absolutely go for this. It's requiring change. So you might have to put on a different hat, a different thinking hat. How would somebody else in your shoes do what you're doing? Maybe trying things from a different perspective. The Death card is like you've got to let go of the past, whether it's financial, whether it's old stories, whether it's where you grew up, whether it's some betrayals you've had, and allow for new to come in. All right, it's time to rise above all this and move forward. There isn't anything you can't overcome with this Chariot card. All right, I do have the Page of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So we do see a very loving energy coming towards you. So you've got the Page of Wands and you've got the Page of Cups. So like I said, you have a lot of opportunities this month. Page of Cups can be somebody coming in saying, I'm sorry. It can be somebody coming in crushing on you, saying, I love you. It can be anything, but it does bring, the pages do bring messages. So you have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, which is bringing very passionate messages, very fun, curious, exciting messages, and very romantic and very loving messages, okay? So you do have that kind of opportunity around you. But if you're in the Five of Swordsy energy and you're still kind of blaming or confused or not settled and not going with the flow, that might create an issue, you know, for you. You might be holding yourself back. But we do see the flower moon here. So this is a time for you to have fun and bring to life some new things in your life. There's a lot of seeds that have been planted or will be planted in January, and a lot of opportunities for you. So go for it. Celebrate. All right. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. Who's coming towards Taurus? I'm going to go through Aries, through Pisces. We do see messages. I kind of go off this reading. So we do see messages coming in. So it looks as though I'm picking up on energies from Aries through Pisces that Taurus will hear from possibly in January. You will hear from them in January. All right. So if it's an Aries, all right, Aries is intimidated by you, okay? You might have a high expectations, or they can't read you. Honor your loved one and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. So what I'm getting with Aries. So Aries might be feeling like you don't understand them, okay? And so it's saying honor your loved one. Honor the differences. You know, I have a card that shows this in one of my decks where two people just beating each other up, blaming each other, the Five of Swords, right? Pointing fingers at each other constantly. And then they walk away from each other, and the sorrow that's on them, it's not like somebody's walking away going, phew, thank the freaking gods, right? This is somebody here that feels a lot of pain when you guys don't get along, okay? So it's about honoring the differences and allowing each other to be free. If you're connected to another Taurus coming towards you, take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. All right, they need a little time. So you may hear from Taurus, all right, during January, and they may tell you that they still need a little bit more time, or you may tell them that you need a little bit more time, right? Because it's Taurus and Taurus, all right? And I just saw 1717 when I saw that. So you might need a little bit more space so that you can gain clarity on where this relationship is going. All right, we have Gemini, confusion, and I was pretending to be somebody else. So if you didn't quite understand Gemini, that's why. They weren't being authentic with you. And you could feel something, and you want the truth from Gemini. All right, they bring in a lot of confusion to you. And you may get the answers that you need. They may open up to you and tell you that they were pretending to be somebody else. But this could be who they really are or who they want to be in the time being. So where this goes with you, we'll see. But they will be honest and let you know that they weren't being 100% authentic with you. Cancer, deeply jealous and possessive. Look deeply within to discover your soul's purpose in this relationship, okay? This could be where, with Cancer, finding the lesson in this relationship. There's a lot of jealous and possessiveness in this relationship. They may be. And this might be the lesson that you need to learn. So trust that you are learning with this relationship. It might not be the easiest relationship to be in. It might still be a lot of challenges moving forward, but it's a learning lesson. You guys are learning from each other. Leo, temptation. Think carefully about Leo, about this situation, because they don't know what they want. I love when these cards come out. Temptation for Leo, which says, think carefully. I don't know what I want. Virgo. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in this relationship. Constructive criticism. All right. Maybe Virgo has a lot to say, and can you be open? You know, can you accept criticism from or how they feel? Because they're saying, I feel you. They feel connected to you. And so maybe allow this relationship to unfold naturally, and communication could be an issue. Libra, I see trust here. So you need to have trust in this relationship in order for it to flourish. All right. I feel empty without you. but there's trust issues between you. Scorpio, there's feelings here. So you guys have a lot of feelings for each other. Take time out to explore the deeper emotions that you are experiencing with Scorpio. All right, but there was someone interfering in your relationship. Sagittarius, you begin to feel, I got heart here, all right? You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. So you guys have a lot of deep feelings for each other. As you get closer, as they get closer to you, and if they're being honest with you, your heart's going to beat faster. I love this card. Just trust your heart. Page of Cups. You may get an I'm sorry here from Sagittarius. All right. One-sided relationship, as they say that. So you may get an apology from them. Capricorn. This is a soul connection. Both you guys are preparing to reconnect, so trust the process with Capricorn. There's been secrets and deception in the past. I feel like they're just lying about their feelings, about who they really are. We have Aquarius. Cherish this relationship as it's here for a reason. I can see myself with you in the future. And we have Pisces. Surprise, you may be about to be surprised with Pisces about what's going to happen with Pisces, because you make them want to be a better person. Pisces may have grown a lot and may come back and show you something, someone different. All right, I love you guys. Happy New Year. Please like and subscribe and take care.